Hello, this is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Welcome to another episode of Destiny 101, where I help you become a better Destiny player, whether you're a new player, returning player, or you're currently playing the game and just want to know a little bit more about the fundamentals of the game. Today, we're going to be talking about high stat armor and how you're able to get it, where you're able to farm it, if you're a Warlock, Hunter, or Titan, which are the stats you should be looking for. So if all of this sounds like something you're definitely interested in, a like would be greatly appreciated. And let's talk about it. Just a friendly reminder, guys, if you would play Destiny and are trying to find cool people to play with, make sure you check out our Discord. Our Discord link is down below. So let's talk about what exactly is high-leveled armor. So as you guys know, in Destiny, if you saw my Armor 2.0 video, if you haven't, highly recommend you check it out. I went over and talked a little bit about what your character stats are as far as mobility, resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, and strength. Now, once you understand that, you're going to notice that there are some that are going to be more beneficial to you than others. Now, the problem is, how do you actually get these stats to max out, right? So you probably could, without even trying, max one out. You'll probably get it to 100. But how could you actually get not one, but two, but three to actually max to 100? So have 100 recovery, have 100 discipline, have 100 intellect. How is that even possible? You know, that is a possibility, though, guys. You're able to actually get 100 here, 100 here, and 100 here. And today I'm going to teach you guys exactly what you need to do to actually be able to do that. Now, that doesn't mean that those are the only ones. You could actually get anyone you want into that category. So let's take a look at the armor and tell you guys exactly what we're looking for. So the first thing you want to know and want to be able to do is be able to identify what's a high stats armor set. Now, the way you do that is whenever an item drops for you guys, you're going to hover over it, and you're going to notice that this item will have a number that says total at the bottom, right? So, for example, this one says total 52. That means that all the stats combined give us a total of 52. If I go to this one gives me a total of 51. And then if I go to this one right here, it gives me a total of 65. The rule of thumb is anything above 60 that without any mods is a keeper, okay? So anything above 60 that is not modded is a keeper. Then, it's just a matter of figuring out exactly where you primarily want that particular, stat to go for. For example, as a Warlock, if you guys seen my Warlock videos, you guys know that one of the biggest attributes here is my recovery. I want to have high recovery. So, for example, this one is not so viable for me because it doesn't have recovery. It does have intellect. It's still doable, but I really would need one with recovery, right? So with that being said, now that you know how to identify it and how to know what to dismantle and what to keep, if it's anything 60 or higher, keep it. If it's anything 60 or below, dismantle, because that is not a high stat number. Now, how do you actually target farm this? Well, there's actually very good ways to actually do it. You're going to pay close attention to this because this is where stuff gets really interesting. I'm going to give you the best method. I'm going to give you stuff that you can farm solo and with a team. It's just going to be really good stuff. So let's go ahead and start off. So first thing you want to do is this season, guys, in the Ghost, we got some brand new mods. And one of the brand new mods is this one right here that allows you to target farm specific armor to give you a guaranteed minimum of a set stat. So for example, right here, since I am a Warlock, I'm trying to make sure I get a 10 recovery. I want to make sure all my armor drops with 10 recovery or higher. So I went ahead and put that. So if you are a different character and you're looking for a different item, well, you're just going to have to switch it around and go for, like, say you want to get resilience or you want to get strength. You're able to pick the one you want, and that's going to give you that armor set and make your ghost actually give you that armor set. But there is a trick that you could double dip on this, and I'm going to explain how that works. Well, very simple. Right now, we have this target farmed where we want to make sure we're getting our armor set to drop at 10 recovery. But there's a way for me to also target farm another stat as well at the same time. And this is where you want to pay close attention to. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the helm. And once in the helm, we're going to go to the Umbral Ingram focusing. This is where we're going to be able to double target a specific mod. Now, when you guys get to this particular menu, guys, there are going to be different, past season, active seasons. People have tested this, and the main consensus out of multiple people testing and also me testing myself, the best one to focus Ingrams on are this one because it gives you better stats for your armor. So what you want to do is you want to scroll down to the tier 3 focus, and you want to look for a stat that you want to get. So for example, I personally, if I'm playing a Warlock, I definitely want high discipline, but I also want high recovery. And since my ghost is already targeting high recovery, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my Umbral Ingram on decrypting one with discipline. Basically, what that's going to do, it's going to give me a high discipline stat, but it's still going to guarantee that my recovery comes at 10 or higher. That is how you double dip two stats. So that's how you can almost always guarantee that if you do this method, your armor will be dropping with high stats on those two columns, allowing you to hit 100 for both of them. So make sure this is the easiest way to actually obtain this. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. And of course, you would do that differently depending on what character you're running. Now, towards the end of the video, I'll tell you if you're a Warlock, Hunter, or Titan, what you should be looking out for. So if you guys are finding this video and you're enjoying it, please do me a favor, hit that like, because it does help us a lot. By you liking it, it helps YouTube actually recommend the video to more people, so that would really help me out. So now that you know how to do, the other question is, okay, Laser, that's awesome. Now I know. What other stuff can I do to actually get gear if I don't have enough Umbral Ingrams, or if I just want to go ahead and keep farming all the way? So number two, guys, another really good one that I want to recommend is if you guys go to the tower and you go to this section right here, which is called the Prophecy. This one, guys, is one of the best ones to use, especially if you have a team. You could theoretically do it solo, but it's definitely one of those team plays that I would highly recommend. The beauty about this one is constantly farmable. You can farm this for 20, 50 hours. It doesn't matter. And you will almost always get really high end gear. So I'm going to explain exactly how you're going to be able to do this. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure you launch this prophecy. Once you launch the prophecy, you're going to want to get to the end of the boss fight. Now, once you get to the end of the boss fight, as soon as you see him, you're going to want to go ahead and tell your friends, hey guys, jump off the man. Let's make sure we get this checkpoint. Once you guys get the checkpoint, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to switch characters and keep your team there and come in with a brand new character. Kill the boss, defeat the boss, get the armor you want. Then once you're done, hop back on the other character that you got the checkpoint with, come back in, invite your friends, and rinse and repeat, guys, so you guys can go ahead and keep farming the end boss, and that's going to allow you to farm high-end loot. It drops really often and very frequently, so this is one of the fastest ways to actually be able to obtain high-end armor. Now, in addition to that, guys, of course, you probably already know there's stuff that you're able to do weekly. For example, every raid will give you a chance to drop high-end armor, and these armors actually drop pretty good. Let me show you, for example, this one right here, guys. I got the threads. These are at 72. They're actually at 62 because I did put 10 in here, but they are at 62, which is a really high armor stat. But these are raid armor. Raid armor tends to drop pretty good. Now, there are other raids that you could do, not just the Vault of Glass, that will also drop you high-end armor. And there are some parts of the raid where you can just go in there solo and open up the chest and get that high-end armor. If you would like a video of me going through every raid that you could probably do stuff solo in, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to put that video together for you guys so you can find it easier to farm that armor. Now, in addition to that being said, I want to give you guys a helpful tip that a lot of people don't even do, and they just kind of brush off when it comes to the game. And that is, guys, making sure you check the vendors when they reset every week. Yes, the vendors reset every week, and it's extremely important you keep an eye on them because I've been able to get really good items from them sometimes, not every week. Sometimes our weeks are really bad, but there's certain weeks that there is a piece of armor that drops that is really high, like a 64. That is when you actually want to go ahead and be able to pick up that armor. In addition to that, guys, you want to make sure that when events come around, like for example, Trials or the Iron Banner, that you constantly play these because these events will allow you guys to be able to get high-end armor. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't know about is this, guys. I'm going to show you guys exactly what that is. If you guys go to the vendors, for example, if you go to the Gambit vendor, if you go to Savala, if you go to the Crucible vendor, if you go to the Gunsmith, when you guys visit them, you're going to notice that they're going to have a bunch of bounties. Now, each day, you're going to be able to collect a total of an infinite amount of bounties. But if you complete these bounties and you complete all 8 of them, and once you go and complete them, they're going to give you Prime Ingrams. Now, the first 2 Prime Ingrams that you get will always be high-end armor. So make sure you keep that in mind. It's not going to be like, oh my goodness, it's like 65, right? But it's still going to be high-end. So keep that in mind. Make sure you guys do those vendor quests. Keep those 8 bounties to be able to get that high-end armor. And overall, in general, guys, those are the best ways to do it. I know there are other ways, but these are the most effective ones that I found and the easiest ones and fastest way to get that high-end armor. Okay, so now for the bonus, guys. You guys are wondering, all right, Laser, that's cool. Let me know. I am a hunter. I am a titan. What should I be looking out for when I'm actually farming? If you're a warlock, these are the two main ones you want to make sure you get. Recovery and discipline. Those are your main bread and butter. And as a third, you probably want to get this to 9 or 8, which is intelligence. It's going to give you that fast cooldown of your super, but that is what you're looking for. If you're a titan, you're going to kind of be basically doing the same thing: recovery, discipline, intellect, even though some titans like to have resilience, especially if you play PvP, so they could have that barrier active more often. So for a titan, sometimes it varies. It could be resilience, recovery, discipline, or it could be recovery, discipline, intellect. That's mostly preferred if you play mostly PvE or PvP. And for you hunters out there, guys, of course, you want to spam your spin and pin. So you're going to definitely want to focus on mobility, recovery, and discipline. Those are the main bread and butter that you want to make sure you get. Those are done in those orders. And there you guys have it. Those are the best ways to actually get high armor and what you should be targeting and looking for when you guys are trying to get this armor. I hope you found these videos helpful and informative. If you are, do me a huge favor, guys. Drop a comment, drop a like. If you have any questions regarding Destiny that you don't understand, drop them in the comment section down below. We'll definitely put out a video for you guys. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server. I have a lot of like-minded individuals like yourself. Stop by and hang out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.